Welcome to another Sunday Sense Ep7. Um, Today is my episode number 7. I really expected this to be lucky number 7. Unfortunately, I woke up to some pretty bad news, and one of my cousins in Italy had died at a very young age. Obviously, we can't take this back and fix it, but it's tough. It's very, very tough. I feel for my aunt, I feel for my family. Please keep him in your prayers, and so will I. Moving on to different topics that I wanted to talk about today is some kind of a good news. We survived the eclipse, and I have to try to put some light into this, but after everything that was said and everything that obviously made no sense whatsoever, we were able to prove that the eclipse is just something that is going to continue to happen because it's cyclical. And it's nothing strange. And it has happened many, many times. And it's just life. It's just what God had designed for all of us. So that is something that is not a variable. That is nothing that it will be there until there is not there anymore. And if that is not there anymore, I think not having an eclipse is going to be the least of our problems. Am I right? So, anyways, we survived the eclipse. Something that is not, or I don't think is going to be able to survive, is going to be X, previously known as Twitter, in Brazil. Not here, in Brazil. Not here yet, but in Brazil. There is some very deep corruption going on in Brazil. And even though everybody had been able to speak about it and say it and give Brazil heads up into, hey, you might be falling into this. We have seen this before. It might be coming to you. They didn't care. And the corruption won and is continuing to bring the country downhill. The freedom of speech, obviously, over there is something that doesn't seem to exist. And it's very worrisome. Very worrisome. Such a beautiful country, amazing people, beautiful people. And for them to have to deal with this, tough. Because the problem is that once you go down that route, it's going to be really hard to take it back. I remember meeting Bolsonaro, such a charismatic guy, such an amazing guy. So his son Eduardo. And I hope they're around and I hope they're able to take their country back because they need it. They need it. Look, it's not about that Lula doesn't work or something. I mean, the things that happen with Lula is incredible. But is just to see that the country, such a powerful, beautiful country, going down this route is something that is worrisome. It's very worrisome. And all I can wish is growth and prosperity to the amazing people from Brazil. I used to live in Miami, and I had the pleasure to meet a lot of people from Brazil, and they're marvelous, very hardworking people, amazing people, and I just don't want anything less than the best for them. They're pretty impressive, and seeing all this happening, especially to X, is worrisome, very worrisome, because it's all aimed into telling him, meaning Elon Musk, that he needs to silence certain voices, and if not, they're going to be shut down. That is insane. That is mind blowing. It's mind blowing. Why is mind blowing? Because look, we I see it this way. If you already have the power to control most of the things, in which obviously people cannot really go out to the streets to protest or something because you're going to stop it one way or another. People have one way to be able to express a little bit the frustration, the problems. And that is via internet, that is via certain apps, am I right? And X is one of those apps in which they do not believe in canceling people. They don't really practice that. It's not their forte. And that is admirable. This guy is losing millions and millions of dollars, and he's trying to keep it there for all of us. And we should appreciate that. And we should fight for that. Because this guy is giving and letting go a lot of millions to be able to give us that, to give us that freedom. Man, it's tough. It's sad. It's very sad too, because once again, it's such a beautiful country that their politics can take it down here, and that's unfortunate. All I can do is hope that the country open up their eyes on time. I hope they're able to fix this as soon as possible. I hope the electoral system is still kind of working, in the favor of the people. And they're able to fix this before it's too late. Unfortunately, us here in the United States can tell you we're not doing that different. So all we can do is hope. Is hope for the best and hope that what they say is true, that God has a plan. I do certainly believe that. And I hope that that plan is for this to work out and work out correctly. Am I right? So let's hope. Let's hope. We have to do our part. We have to go vote. We have to do the right thing. And voting is something interesting that Trump got together with people in the Senate and tried to pass a law in which it will require or force, let's say, every state and every election for people to be able to prove that the citizens before they can register to vote. I'm sorry. That doesn't even happen in banana republics. That doesn't even happen, not in third, fourth, or fifth world countries. That doesn't happen in those countries. It's already understood that you cannot be registered to vote if you're not a citizen. I mean, it makes no sense. But I cannot believe that here, in what we are supposed to be the pioneers and the example to follow of democracy, and also into applying the voting system for our citizens, not for other citizens, not for other people, for our citizens, we have to actually come up with a law to prevent people that are non-citizens voting. That is insane. That is simply insane. I cannot understand that. I can't. I mean, that's something I can't comprehend. Why will we have to create a law? How can any state or city or whatever, how can any election for anybody for public office can be or has the potential of having people that are not citizens voting? I mean, what? That is crazy. That is simply crazy. And obviously that needs to be a law. That needs to pass. That needs to certainly be the way that, the things work. Because if not, we get a massive influx of illegal immigrants into the country. We get all of this. We get all these people registered to vote. They will vote. They will change everything to whatever they think is right for them, not for the citizens. They're not citizens. It's whoever gives them something that will vote for them. So, very worrisome. It's like telling a kid, a 5-year-old kid or a 4-year-old kid, look, you have the right to vote. Who do you think that kid is going to vote for? That guy that is offering sweets and chocolate milk? Or that guy that is telling him, hey, you should eat veggies? I mean, I'm not saying that you have to eat veggies all the time, but I'm saying you should be eating veggies. So, because they're healthy for you. And obviously, this baby is going to say, veggies, you're crazy. You're crack. I'm not doing that. I'm going with the candy and chocolate milk. And he's going straight up path and he's going to go vote for that person. So that's exactly what is happening here. That is exactly why you have somebody telling, hey, don't worry, guys. I give you $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 a month for free. Don't worry about it. We got you. Who are you gonna vote for? Oh, obviously they're gonna say, well, chocolate milk. And that's a problem. That is a problem. And another problem, actually added up in the list, that we need to prevent. And it's once again crazy to think that we need to go through this. That we need to actually create a law that says that we need to double check that somebody's a citizen before they can vote. Crazy. Crazy. That's the best way to put it. This is crazy. But this is the kind of country we live in nowadays. And that's why this needs to change. It needs to change quick. Look, a lot of people are taking advantage of this. A lot of people with all the illegal immigrants going in. For example, the hotel owners in New York. What do you think these people are doing? Do you think, oh, hold on. Have you actually seen any hotel owner on TV complaining about the illegal immigrants in their hotels? No. They're quiet. You know why they're quiet? Because it doesn't matter how good it is or how good the economy is, which is not, but how good things are going and how good tourism is working. Their hotels are full 24/7, 365 days a year. They have a guaranteed check, a full price every month. Obviously, as a hotel owner, I will be saying the same. I'll be saying, hey, bring them in. As a matter of fact, let me buy 2 or 3 more buildings down there, make them hotels, and fill them up. So, it's crazy. It's crazy. And as much as it's hurting cities and it's hurting the safety of a lot of people or the looks of the city or anything else, there is a lot of people beneficiating from all of this. And once again, they don't care because, money is a top priority. And that is a big problem because just imagine all the amount of money that they're putting into all these illegal immigrants that shouldn't be here. And putting that money into the people, the citizens, and putting the money into the hands of the people that actually need it. Or all those homeless people that are actually out on the streets, living on the streets, after fighting for us in wars, etc., etc. And they do deserve everything, and we're not giving them anything. Yet, we are giving them full price to the hotel owners and everything else to keep illegal immigrants. Crazy. Is something that I never, ever, ever expected to see in this country, or as a matter of fact, in any country. Because that will not happen in any other country. It wouldn't. I don't think it would. Canada, it could be, up to a certain point. But nobody else would. Nobody else will go through all of this and still survive, and the economy survive. I mean, there's no way. Very worrisome. Very worrisome. And let's see. I mean, we're heading into elections, and those elections hopefully will fix most of the things. That is, if they're not able to mess everything up from here to there and make it more on their favor, who knows? But we'll see. All of those cases online and everything going on in the courts, and people try to always put the 2 cents into what is going on, but a lot of those people are completely brainwashed and they make no sense whatsoever. They have never lived outside the country. They don't know any better or any worse. So how can even they make an opinion? I mean, these people should be completely disqualified to speak on anything because they don't know. And once again, most probably these people are just moving with money. They're getting something in exchange for saying all the stupidity that comes out of their mouth and bring us to the route that we're into this country. Something that needs to be fixed. It needs to be fixed quick, very quick. We'll see. We have until November to see what happens, and from there, start the changes come January. Hopefully. Obviously, from November to January is a lot of time to continue to mess everything up and do all the harm that is, that they're capable of doing. But let's see what happens. Something else that happened this week is Israel. Israel getting attacked by Iran. Look, this is what I think of it. I'm going to put my 2 cents on that too. Hey, at the end of the day, this is called Sunday Sense, so here I go. Obviously, Iran was going to retaliate on the attack that was done on their embassy by Israel. Obviously, they were going to retaliate. Now, the problem is when you have a problem like apples against apples, and now you're just bringing apples against giraffes. Why? Iran have taken this into a direct attack in the soil in Israel. They're attacking Israel directly, their land, their country. Israel attack an embassy, which technically, yes, you can argue and say, well, that's technically land of that country. Basically, Iran's property means an embassy or consulate, whatever it is part of that country. But it's not in their main soil. It's a big difference. Now you are violating borders of that country. Now you are attacking. Now you're attacking certain areas that basically is implying war, and that is very dangerous. That is extremely dangerous. Why? Because this can very easily escalate out of the hands of anybody and bring in a lot of other countries and start what everybody's talking about, which is World War III. Something that I don't think is in the best interest of anybody. Because once again, I've said it in my previous episodes, and I'm going to repeat it now. War nowadays is not seen the same way as before. There is no, I want to say loyalty, but there is no, what word can I use for this? There is no real sense or any kind of right way of doing things. Or as a matter of fact, being able to stop in front of your enemy and say, well, you know what, I have you in front of me, let's see who's better, let's fight this out. There is no honor. Honor will be the perfect word. There is no honor in war anymore. There is terrorism. 100% there is terrorism. And terrorism is a way that is being handled. New wars nowadays, it's just pure terrorism. As a matter of fact, you see Ukraine and Russia might be the last part of what an actual war looks like, which is, hey, we're going to fight it up. We're going to attack each other with tanks or people, whatever. Let's do this. And that's what they're doing over there. Which, I mean, is costing us a fortune on something that I don't believe we should have never gotten into at all. And obviously, then that bleeding of this country and that problem should stop. Especially not because of what is right and what is wrong, because that's very arguable. We can spend hours arguing about what is right and what is wrong, about helping each side. But it's mostly because when you ask the Ukrainian government, okay, look, we give you $100 billion. Where's the money? I don't know. I'm sorry. But in my life, if I lose $10, I'm going to be checking my pants. I'm going to say, wait, where did I put my $10? We're talking about $100 billion, at least. I mean, this is not a joke, but these people just, have the clean face to tell you, I don't know where most of the money went to. Oh, look, we used part of it to buy ammunition and, buy other things. But the reality is the tanks and everything else that we see from other countries, not like they pay for it. So where's the money? $100 billion. Where's the money? Let's invest the $100 billion to at least, I'm sorry, let me rephrase that and continue to remind you guys. At least $100 billion. Where's the money? Oh, we're going to use it and we have been using it to rebuild infrastructure. Infrastructure? We need new infrastructure. As a matter of fact, I remember when Biden got elected, we had to go through the infrastructure bill, which I think I spoke about it before too. And where's the money? Now the money's even used for other things that was not part of the bill. I'm sorry I'm going on a tangent, but this is frustrating. It's so hard to make a dollar. And now you just see just billions of dollars disappearing. It's tough. It's very tough. Very, very tough. And we have problems obviously at home, and meaning in the US. And obviously there's other problems around this part of the world. But mostly at home, we need to start fixing this problem from the root up. And obviously we need to fix it with the right people. So from the right people, we can actually move on to fix the rest. And we don't have the right people. If I'm not mistaken, 2 days ago, I saw Biden speaking and telling Iran, don't you dare in attacking Israel. You better don't. I mean, some hours later, 100 things flying in the air from Iran to Israel. Man, they respect them. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's just like, this is the way I would put it. You tell the dog, don't you dare impede on me. Don't you? And the dog comes and opens the leg up. That's basically what happened. So sad. So sad. But that's what we come to. That's what we have come to. And that's why I keep saying we need fixing. We need fixing and urgently if we want to continue to keep the country that once we used to know. But let's cross the fingers. Let's hope this happens. And let's hope that this happens quick. Very, very quick. Before somebody else comes with some kind of an idea and Biden comes back out and says, don't you dare do it. Because obviously that will be an open, wide invitation for them to do it. You know, I made a joke out of a comment on Instagram, out of that post that Biden said, don't you dare, basically. And as a joke, I said, well, now they're going to punish him by giving him another $100 billion to Iran. A punishment is coming tomorrow. It wouldn't amaze me. I don't know how much that was of a joke. It might become true, and that's a problem. But, hey, I mean, I don't know. I don't know where we're standing. I don't know where we're going. I mean, we have another, 7 months to see, 8 months that we have to see what is going to happen. Cross our fingers that we survive all those months. So let's see. Listen, I hope that everybody had an amazing week. I can't wait to see what this next week has prepared for all of us. Hopefully not as interesting as this week. And obviously way more peaceful. And let's see what happens. For now, God bless us all. He knows we need it. I am over.